Matching hundreds. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league, and what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now, and he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Dalton off play action. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
16 more yards. First down. First and 10.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 84 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
A 6-yard gain. Brings up third and goal.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Seibert's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here come the Eagles under fourth-year head coach Doug Peterson. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 8th season now in the league, Russell Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. This is how they'll line up on the defensive side for Buffalo. And they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
He said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's Gurley. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. And he finds McLaurin. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
All day, dog.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Dalton's pass intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To throw is Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. This is Gordon. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. 1st down. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 36.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. There's Wilson to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Hyde on the draw. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Wilson. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Dalton here from the gun. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Check 3.
12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
I like watching watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Now it's Gurley. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Passing, it's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Foster, offense.
Not what you wanted there, 3rd and 2.
And this is something you've worked on in practice from the time you were in training camp, yet you still create your own mistakes.
Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Wilson, complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Defense.
Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent. They could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson, and he fires one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He fires target. It's Crowder. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Chris the team!
Watch the slant! Watch the slant!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground. This time it's high. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now it's Wilson. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
For the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 30.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before on a screen pass. Not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Dalton. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Dalton's pass intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 17.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 25 on second down. Wilson on the catch. It's Crowder. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wilson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Wright's got him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
Green 80!
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. It's Wilson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
He's brought down by that line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Check tight.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Roberts has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wilson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority 1.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Antonio Brown.
How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Tavecchio puts this one through, and the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Dalton now to pass. That one caught by Ellison. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottled him up for a loss of a couple. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
On second down, this is Madison. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
It's now second and 6 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Let's go.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Here's Madison running on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It was Brooks Reed.
Watch left. He's
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Double tight.
We got 4.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Wilson. Open man is Uzama. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Bill 6.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Nice, sweetheart.
Andy Dalton. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Dalton. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st down, a run with Hyde. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. So Dalton now. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Terrell Suggs able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That's going to be caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Dalton to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Dalton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley. providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Single.
I got it.
From the 24, Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he will not be able to get the 1st as he can get this only down to the 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Dalton and the offense now. Down by a field goal. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. To throw here, Dalton. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Come on, boys, come on.
So now Dalton. And John Brown's got it complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Dalton's pass intended for T.J. Hawkinson.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Big spot. Andy Dalton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here's Wilson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They go play action here on first down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Terrell Suggs, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead, he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Third and long. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Roberts has it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short, Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. On third down, Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here we go.
That's good for 28 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run it here with Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. On second down, Hyde. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Let's go, let's go.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. To throw is Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust him.
He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Bills have taken the lead. So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.